Welcome to the show.
What's
Look at you,
up,
Josh.
everybody. I'm refreshed. I'm Josh Cribbs.
And I'm Maria Cribbs, and welcome to the Return with Josh and Maria Cribbs on this. I say every day's beautiful because I woke up.
It's beautiful, yes.
It's the first day of spring. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do.
But it doesn't look like that outside. It looks like it's still,
Yeah, it look
we're
like
basking in wintertime still.
Again, it's Cleveland, right? We expect it.
I'm sick of the excuses. I didn't expect this.
I get it.
I almost went to the store.
Expect it then, but you expect it now.
I was going to get a pellet.
It's night and day every day.
I almost went pellet gun shopping.
Pellet gun shopping?
Mm-hmm.
Will you?
For Bartholomew.
Who was
what's the name?
Bartholomew.
Yeah, the groundhog that be lying there.
Oh my God.
Puxatawny gotta go. He gotta go.
You see how she called him?
Yeah, I thought.
Did you get?
He is a liar.
Did you understand that?
I did.
He a liar. The truth ain't in him.
I was like, Bartholomew.
I thought he said he didn't see his shadow. So we were going to have spring, and it's clearly looking like it's winter outside. It snowed all weekend.
You know Bartholomew, that's Bart off of Bart Simpson. That's his full name.
Is that where I'm getting that from? Bartholomew J. Bartholomew J.
His name
Simpson.
is Bart.
Okay, well, the
Bart
groundhog
Simpson.
lied, and I'm sorry.
He lied.
He needs to be
Phil.
replaced.
Okay.
Could you believe it?
I can't.
And my family down in Columbus, I'm calling them. I FaceTime some of them. The sun was shining.
But you know where the sun
was
shining, Maria?
Oh, yeah.
It was shining on the fan cruise. I want to tell you guys all about it. But first, check this video out. This is my first day on the cruise ship. You know I'm getting on this.
It's time for us to exchange the rings. Mr. Joshua Cribbs, the ring is a symbol of an unbroken circle of love. The love freely given has beginning and no end.
Let's get to it now.
We love it, man. This is paradise right here. I'm up early in the morning because my brother keep waking me up talking about something. Let's go lift weights.
Josh, we appreciate you.
How you doing, man?
Oh, you're smart.
Be easy for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Come on. Toes, baby. Toes, baby. Toes. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. And I don't know if the blue team is in here.
Blue team. Blue team.
Yeah.
Blue team.
Love you and we thank you guys. Thank you. Man, Cruz, all the fellas, man. Oh yeah. Cheers. The fan cruise, Browns fan cruise, they did a good job. I had an awesome time.
Yeah, so if y'all noticed, we didn't do a show last week because Josh was away. I was here. I was available. I was here in the snow. I was fighting the elements while you just tanning.
To have a show still and have me be there with a bunch of guys, but you don't get no reception.
He kept losing.
You don't get no good service on no cruise ship. I don't care what they tell you. I had the plan on my phone. I moved to the plan and everything. It didn't.
Okay, so you know how my mind goes. Give us the tea from like day one. You got to Miami, right? You flew into Miami.
Yes.
Was it a Sunday?
Uh-huh.
The cruise took off on Monday.
Right.
How was it?
It was. I thought I was gonna get sick because
your first
I get
cruise?
motion sickness.
Was this your
first cruise?
Okay.
So I thought I was gonna get motion sickness.
Oh, he gets motion sickness in the car. It's bad.
It was amazing.
I gotta drive.
Yes, I do. So I have to drive the car everywhere. So I won't, because Maria, it seemed like every time you drive, we in a rush or a race.
It's so amazing how motion sickness works, because when he drives, he doesn't get car sick. But when someone else drives, he gets car sick. Does that make any sense?
I'm not speed racer on the road. I got a CDL. I can drive any type of vehicle I want.
I'm not speed racer. I have changed my ways. I got so many points taken off my license. I had to change my ways.
You drive like
okay,
that
so you did not need any Dramamine at all?
What's the car? The cartoon car? Or
which one?
The race. They be racing on the whole movie with Mater or whatever.
Oh, Cars. It's called Cars.
Oh yeah, Cars. Yeah, that's how you be. But look, I didn't get car sick. We had dinner every night with the fans, a different group of fans every night.
How many fans?
Which was awesome. Over 430 fans attended the fan cruise, as well as a bunch of Cleveland fans that just bought tickets to get on the cruise, but not a part of the Browns fan cruise. So you had to pay a little extra for the fan experience.
All right. Of
and
course.
it was amazing. Like, they laid it out for them. Bahamas, we had events planned. Jamaica was so fun because they had provided our own beach, private beach.
Oh, you had some seclusion.
And you've seen a lot. Check out my
Ooh.
social media if you guys missed it. We had our own private beach in Jamaica. They had volleyball for the fans that the alumni took part in.
Right.
We had throwing skills and all these different obstacle courses that fans get to experience alongside the alumni player. They split up in groups. My team won. Blue team won.
So y'all,
And-
of course, y'all challenge each other to something. What,
Oh, yeah.
volleyball?
It got serious
Sand
in volleyball.
Uh-huh.
Like the score, I was like, no, that was out. That was out, man. It was like, okay, Chris, we on vacation. Calm it down. But it was just so much fun. I finally, started hanging out with the guys after day 3.
Okay, so what was up with that? Because I will say this, the first 2 days, I'm like, Josh, why are you in your room? I think you get social anxiety and you don't know it.
And they're probably. I'm what they call, like you said, Maria. Sometimes I could be
Introverted.
introverted,
Yeah.
extrovert.
Uh-huh.
And
I was like, you don't get out there and go party?
yeah, they started calling me Pop Pop. It was like, we gotta get permission because I took my brother. You allow my brother to go on
Okay,
the
so this
trip.
is, hold on, you got to tell them how cool of
So,
a wife that I claim I am.
Because Maria did not want to go.
I didn't want to go because I saw the
can't
Titanic.
swim.
I see how things, I saw how the Titanic ended for it. And
Nowadays are not the Titanic. We didn't have
I
rough
saw it. I can't
seas
swim.
at all.
Now, you know I can't swim.
I didn't even go swimming. I got in the water waist high with the drink,
You
the
love
red
swimming.
stripe.
Oh, you was drink. Oh, okay, that's why he didn't.
We
wanna-
had cigars.
He
I
didn't-
don't even really smoke cigars.
Oh, you
I'm like,
you
don't
smoke
breathe
now?
in.
Oh, you smoke?
Hey, what happened in Jamaica stays in Jamaica. But
So anyway, I had the idea. I was like, Josh, you know what? I don't really want to go because I can't swim, and I seen how the Titanic ended for them, and it didn't end too well
Crazy.
for them. I was like, but you know what? Your brother. Why
You
don't you go and
did.
spend some time with your brother? He would love that.
You
And
did
so
say
then
that.
he ended up FaceTiming me. His brother was he was really enjoying
my brother
himself.
really enjoyed
He said, Maria,
himself.
I'm so glad you didn't come. I was
Yeah,
like,
my brother butted into the video to say, thanks for not coming.
yeah,
Thank you.
I loved
But
it
it was
though.
just an amazing time.
What-
The camaraderie
what about-
with the players.
Who was there?
Phil Taylor
Okay.
came.
You said Phil. I thought you were about to say Phil Dawson.
No, not Phil Dawson. Maybe he'll be there next year.
Okay, all right.
But Phil Taylor, Steve Sanders, Hanford Dixon was there.
Okay.
Felix, Dave Zastadale.
Dave Zastadale.
Dave was there. John Hughes from a couple years back.
Uh-huh.
Those a few guys that were younger than
A
me.
lot of alumni.
Eric Metcalf was there. Frank Stans. I mean, we had fun. They was calling him Frank the Tank. I mean, it was just an amazing time. We had panel sessions and fan experiences with the alumni.
Okay.
Like events where we broke up in teams. And Phil had to pretend to be a character. His group dressed him up like a fan that had too much drink in the Muni lot.
Oh.
And he tackled me on stage.
Do he know your
Phil
back?
Taylor
He don't know about
tackled
your
me
L, your
on
lumbar.
stage because he was in character. I got some pictures to prove it. This is the
You
first
got pictures
picture.
of it? Okay.
You see the first picture, him tackling me right there around my way. It's a nice form tackle. I got the mic. I'm a host. And then here's me down on the ground. Check this picture out. I'm on the ground now. He got me. I'm laid out on the ground. And then now he's acting like Hurst, our D lineman, where he's doing the stomach,
Look
the
at
belly
Phil.
roll.
Uh-huh.
He's like, But Phil used to do that too,
Uh-huh,
though,
I remember.
when he played. When
Right.
Phil had some sacks,
Mhm.
he used to do that too. But we had
Like eating
so
them
much
up.
fun on stage. Maria, it was just an amazing time. I can't wait for next year.
So wait a minute. There's going to be a next year?
There's going to be they didn't announce the location yet.
Okay.
But there's a
Hold on.
cruise next year.
Hold
and
on.
it's going to be amazing.
Okay, look, I want to talk a little bit more about your cruise when we
Okay.
return. Don't y'all go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Return with Josh and Maria Cribbs. Now, wait a minute, Josh. You said that they're going to do another cruise next
Yes.
year? Another fan experience?
Another fan cruise.
Okay.
And this time it's only 4 days. So I like the 5 days. I kind of got used to being on the boat.
Oh, right.
I'm not going to say you don't come again next year. And my
Hold
brother
on, wait a
goes.
minute.
I'm
No, I
just-
might get some swim lessons.
I'm
Wait,
just
no,
saying,
you ain't.
my
It's
brother
one thing to
is
not want to go,
lobbying.
but it's one thing to not be invited.
My brother is lobbying to go again. And he's like, man, like
give somebody an inch, they take a
what-
mile.
He said, what I got to do to not allow Maria to come again? Because
He
he
had so
was
much
hanging
fun.
out with the guys more than me.
But
I'm like,
I will
wow.
say this one thing I was upset about, Josh. When I was, I was still in Cleveland, I was telling everybody where you were. Some people did not know that was even taking place.
Right.
So I feel like the marketing behind it maybe needs to be
It's
pushed a
gonna
little bit more
definitely
because
grow.
some people, they're like, what a
Right.
fan experience.
Look, so it's going to definitely grow. We got tons of more pictures and videos to put out. But, I mean, we had the ultimate time. It was, we were partying with fans, and they had a dance night. Go check my social media.
You kept FaceTiming me. Everybody
put
was
that
asking
on
where I
there.
was. Why would you put me on
everybody,
blast like
even
that?
the fans were like, where's your wife?
They
I'm
think we a
like,
package deal.
Yeah, she's not here. She's not here, but it was an amazing time, Maria. I had so much fun. I'm going again next year.
All right, I think I am too.
Yeah,
I might
we'll see.
go to the YMCA, give me some swim lessons.
We'll see
All
about
right.
that next year.
Now, are we going to get into some Browns talk?
Yeah, I wanted to hop right into the Browns because they were very active in free agency, and I got to bring Ryan into
Come
this
on, Ryan.
discussion
Chime on in, Ryan.
because when you look at who we have now, I see what Andrew Berry is trying to build. He's trying to get quarterback. He went out and got basically a Jacoby Brissett 2.0 in Jameis Winston as a backup. I think Jameis Winston has a little more girth and size, a little more body to him, athleticism. So he might be a little bit more mobile out of the pocket. We'll see. And then we acquired quarterback from the Baltimore Ravens, Tyler Huntley. And I think that was a good backup. I think he's a tremendous step up from, and it's nothing against P.J. Walker, but Tyler Huntley has led Baltimore to the playoffs last year when Lamar Jackson was hurt. So our backup quarterbacks, I think, Ryan, are actually primed to play if there are
in the event that they need to.
In the event that they need to,
Right.
because I think we're more ready this year for the craziness to happen, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You go back to last year, when you did the whole Josh Dobbs trading him for the pick thing, that kind of backfired in a way. Luckily, we had Joe Flacco kind of coming off the couch and saving our butts.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you go look at it now. Jameis Winston, first overall pick about a decade ago. Like you said, Tyler Huntley, I mean, he made a Pro Bowl himself a couple years back.
Right.
He did lead the Ravens to the playoffs. So, I mean, take for Pro Bowl what you will.
That's
I
funny.
know
let's
it's not
let's
as,
hold up right there, though. Tyler Huntley made it to a Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
By himself as a backup quarterback for the Ravens.
For the Ravens. Okay.
I know. It's
I'm excited.
When
Y'all
you're
talking
about
spicy.
Huntley and Winston, who would you want as your backup? Is it just automatically Winston?
I think it's probably Winston.
Okay.
I mean, you kind of go back to what Joe Flacco. His problem was interceptions, and you can say the same thing about Jameis. He had his famous, no pun intended, famous Jameis 30-30 season when he threw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. So he kind of fits the mold like a Joe Flacco. We've seen a gunslinger be able to come in with success.
Right.
But I mean, Tyler Huntley's certainly more mobile than Jameis.
Exactly.
So I mean, but maybe that's
And he can
just
sling
have
the rock.
Yeah, you have your selection of riches here.
He was the poor man,
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
He was, and that's why he thrived so there, because he fit there right in the system. He plugged and play. Obviously, he had a limited upside that he didn't have that Lamar did, but he still led him to the playoffs. He's a capable quarterback. He's, I don't know, a household name, but people that watch
Not
football,
a household name because he was behind Lamar Jackson.
But he made the Pro Bowl. Certainly, people know him. And you go look at the quarterback room from last year to this year. It's certainly way more, more depth.
I think they should let him go. And I know that they got him both, and because they picked up Winston first, I think, you can look at their resume and they'll probably pick Winston as a backup, but don't you think they should have a preseason battle, kind of like Dobbs and
Gotta battle it out.
DTR?
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, absolutely. At the very least, you're going to. I mean, the only thing guaranteed is when Deshaun Watson's healthy, he's going to be our starter there. I mean, you have Ken Dorsey coming in. He's going to see who he likes, who he can run the offense with. We don't know who's going to call plays yet. Probably still going to be Stefanski, although they haven't said yet. I agree. I think it should be too. But, I mean, if anything, you go from one of the worst quarterback rooms last year in terms of depth-wise to now arguably maybe the best.
Now, you guys kept bringing up Flacco.
Right.
Were the Browns, what y'all think about the Browns not asking him to come
re-signing
back?
him?
Yeah.
That was tricky.
Because he went over to the Colts, right?
Yeah, he went to the Colts.
Okay.
I think more so the mold that we want was not Joe Flacco. Remember, we picked up Joe Flacco out of necessity.
Right.
Like we're going
Dire
to the
straits. Yeah.
dire.
Right.
We had PJ Walker and a DTR that just wasn't ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
DTR, he just wasn't ready yet. He needs to build his confidence. He needs to sit behind some veterans.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, what a lot of quarterbacks do. They sit behind good quarterbacks and they learn, they gain confidence, and
But not
and
all
then
of them
they
have
become.
to. Did Patrick Mahomes and them
Not
have
all
to do that?
But see, it doesn't. It
Okay.
doesn't happen. Not a lot of them do.
Okay.
But some do, and they have great careers.
Right.
Tom Brady was behind Drew Bledsoe.
Mm-hmm.
So fortunately for him, Bledsoe got injured.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Tom Brady through injury.
Right.
Hopefully that happens for these quarterbacks and they become great.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times it's a diamond it's a diamond in the rough type of situation. You never know what you're going to get
Right.
until they have to play. But I feel like we're ready for the craziness to happen. Now Ryan mentioned the quarterback, what's his name? Quarterback coach just came in from the Buffalo Bills.
Ken Dorsey.
Oh yeah, Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey.
Dorsey, yeah.
Ken Dorsey is in now. He's going to have an effect on that because he'll come with new and revitalizing ideas
Mm-hmm.
on how to exploit and expand Deshaun Watson's his play here.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. I think that
You thought it was a good move.
that would be tremendous. We acquired head coach from the Tennessee Titans, Mike Vrabel.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, yeah. So this is a move because he's still getting paid from the Tennessee Titans. So he can still sit with the team and kind of be in an organization while until there's a need for a defensive coordinator, or maybe he'll get another head coaching job, but more than likely when another position comes available in the NFL, he'll be able to do that. I'm not sure he'll be able to have a direct effect on an already good defense, which he specializes in.
I thought when it came to coaching, once they get released from their previous job, it's the new organization. They pay the difference. You don't just keep
Correct.
Yeah.
But the new organization doesn't have to pay a lot. You remember Amos Jones, special teams coach here, when he moved, he went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and
Right.
Tampa Bay was paying him like
Good money.
pennies.
Good money. Oh yeah.
Pennies.
Yeah. Oh.
Because he was still on the Browns pay scale.
Oh, yeah.
Pay was guaranteed. So I know the
Let
Browns
me find
were
out
like,
coaching is
"Man."
where the money resides.
Yeah, coaching is guaranteed.
I think I'm
money.
gonna
You sign a
be
3-year
a
deal, you're
professional
getting that
boxer.
money.
Now I'm about to be a coach, NFL coach. How long does it
NFL.
think it take?
Yeah, you gonna-
I got some experience. I
Hey,
coached you up.
Hey, women are breaking down
Hey,
doors.
they
You have
breaking
an
all kind of
opportunity.
barriers, right?
You have an opportunity.
The sky is the limit.
But we're gonna take another commercial break because
The Steelers made some
they made
trades
some moves.
too.
We're gonna get into that. I also want to talk to Ryan about Jeudy. He just got a big deal, $58 million for 3 years as a wide receiver number 2.
Ooh,
We're gonna
more
talk
money.
about that
More
when
money.
we
We'll be right back.
return.
All right, now who you talking about? Who got all
Yes.
this big payday?
So Jeudy got paid, and after Jeudy, we'll talk about
The Steelers? Okay.
a little bit because they've made some significant moves. But Ryan, 3 years, $58 million for Jeudy. Is there trouble arising that he may contend for a wide receiver number 1 and push Cooper out?
I think more than anything right now is because, Josh, we just got this news right before we're taping. It's more kind of, for me at least, confusing at the moment. I know he was going to be an extension candidate, obviously. He's coming on that last year of his rookie deal with the Browns. But, yeah, they threw him a 3-year guaranteed. I think it was over $40 million. That's a bit surprising to me. I mean, given that you hope he's going to kind of resurrect his career. I know he has the talent to, certainly, but I'm surprised they already kind of jumped that ship and did it. I can't imagine that he's going to have a bigger role than Amari Cooper. I don't think that's really in the cards, at least this year. But maybe it's a plan for the future to get him locked down now. As you know, Amari Cooper, after this season, doesn't have anything guaranteed anymore. And he's also going to be 30+. So maybe they're just trying to kind of band-aid up that room while they still can. But I was a little surprised they already did it this early, Josh.
Maybe they will switch. Maybe they will switch roles. Like you said, Amari Cooper is getting up there in age. Next year, he doesn't have a guaranteed contract. After next year, he'll become a free agent. Maybe they will keep him around and they kind of switch positions, 1
Yeah,
to 2, 2 to 1.
$83 million. He got to play, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the end
He's
of
gonna
the
play.
at the end of the day, outside of David Njoku, obviously, who's our tight end. I mean, Amari Cooper is going to be 30 plus. I mean, Elijah Moore didn't really work out that well. You hope he does better this year. You have Cedric Tillman, who you drafted, who's hopefully going to have a better sophomore year, get some more opportunities.
Correct.
And then outside of that, you have your David Bells, who probably isn't going to be that big of an impact player if he hasn't been yet. And I certainly expect them to draft a wide receiver as well. So I guess maybe just lock down what you hope to be your young number one after Amari Cooper for the next 3-4 years. I was just a little surprised they already did that without seeing him really in a Browns uniform on the field yet.
Yeah, and it signifies something.
It certainly does.
We kind of overlooked that a little bit. We're overlooking that, hey, the Browns are paying guys.
Yeah.
Come here.
Come here.
We're building something, and we pay. That used to that
It was
wasn't
the
the case
It
before.
was the opposite.
That wasn't the case before with a lot of athletes. Hey, they building something strong. We got the quarterback set. We got wide receivers coming left and right. My next question, because we got some other pickups, those were the most important. But my next question is it enough? Do we think we have enough firepower to contend not only in the AFC North, where we have lots of firepower, but in the AFC period, where you have Mahomes, you got Josh Allen, you got all these talented quarterbacks. You got Joe Burrow. You got Lamar Jackson, the MVP. Do we have enough talent, wide receiver, running back, quarterback, to contend for a title, Ryan? What say you?
Yeah, well, there's no amount of money that Andrew Berry and the Browns could have thrown out here in free agency that could fix the problem at quarterback, which is ultimately up to Deshaun Watson.
And
he's
healthy.
He's
just got to stay healthy.
As far as he's
Period.
healthy and plays well, that's as far as we're going to go, which is the reality of it. And really, that was one of our only issues last year. I mean, our defense was amazing. I understand that they had the bad end in that playoff game. Joe Flacco did throw 2 pick sixes. Our defense statistically was top of the league, especially at home. And that's not a bad thing. We went into free agency. We didn't have a lot of holes that we needed to plug.
Exactly.
We brought back basically the whole defensive line, which is a great sign. They played well. Jim Schwartz clearly likes what he saw.
They got a returner, too.
Yeah.
Naheem Hines.
And so I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing at all, that they didn't make this giant splash that everyone was hoping for. I think it's just a sign that we like, especially Jim Schwartz, what we had last year, and he wants to run it back, and he thinks that he can do better, even better than as amazing as he did last year. And as far as receiver, free agency, we pretty much just did that, but with a trade in Jeudy.
Correct.
So, I'm very happy with how it went. Sure, you could have liked another big name here and there, but you got to remember, you can't have an all-pro player at every position. It's the NFL.
Where did Jeudy come from?
Jeudy came from the Denver Broncos with Russell Wilson.
Oh, okay.
And see, we use that to segue into the Steelers, because they picked up Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. And that's remarkable. It's a situation. It's like, because now you bench Justin Fields.
Yep.
And you have him sit behind Russell Wilson, who was trying to revitalize his career after a terrible showing.
But they both only get 1-year deals?
No, I think they're going to have multiple year deals with the Steelers.
Okay.
But my point is, Russell Wilson is trying to revitalize something. He did not have a good viewing the last few years in Denver with the Broncos.
Right.
In fact, a lot of people thinking he's done. And this is his opportunity.
Right.
And I would say Ryan goes as far as say this is his last opportunity, as a starter.
To prove himself, show what he got.
And if he can't do it with this team, with the Steelers, I don't think that nobody, if Tomlin can't save you, I don't think nobody can save you.
That's the thing, Josh. And the AFC North last year was already hands down the best division in football, and it just seems to get tougher, and it's going to be healthier next year. With Russell Wilson, as mediocre as the Steelers quarterback play last year was with Kenny Pickett, it can really only go up from there. So, you already bring a good team. They got Patrick Queen from the Ravens. They got bring back some pieces. They're probably going to get a receiver here in the market.
I wanted Patrick Queen.
Yeah.
I think we should have gotten Patrick Queen because he's a guy.
No, he's a phenomenal
He's a
player.
guy.
Him and Roquan Smith were the best linebacker duo in Baltimore. He got paid. That's the problem, is that we're probably going to have to extend Jock here. That might be another $10 million, so you're going to have to squeeze something out there.
So you're talking about JOK.
I know who he's talking about.
Yeah, but I think he deserves it.
And I absolutely
I think he needs a companion.
Yeah.
He does.
And I think Queen was that companion that we could have got.
They would have been.
Y'all don't know what's going on in
punch.
his dating life. How you know he need a companion?
Why you? He needs a duo on the field duo. Somebody else to be able to
I
1
know.
and 2. Like
Right.
when you
Give him
talk
some
about
reps.
Myles Garrett, he has a companion.
Right.
You know, of course, saying Zadarius, and you know somebody to help take that pressure off. We did pick up, you know, a linebacker from the Minnesota Vikings. What's his name? Jordan Hicks.
Yeah, you know, you got him cheaper. He's a veteran. He has 100 tackles in a lot of seasons, you know, so he's a guy that knows what he's doing. He's a veteran, which you pair with a younger guy in JOK. So, I mean, it's a cheaper move there as he spent money in other positions. So I kind of like it. You had to replace Taki and
show
Walker.
up, though.
He does need to show up. He very well does.
Because if he doesn't, I'm like, get a trade deadline.
Yeah, and you know, linebacker is one of the positions that we're a little bit scarce at. And I think nowadays in the NFL, that's a position that's okay to be scarce. You never
to be average.
Yeah, you
That's
never
what you
want
mean,
it to be.
average?
I mean, it feels like we're out of the days of the Ray Lewises.
Correct.
The
I think
the
so.
Luke Kuechly's.
I think so.
You know,
because
so,
you know why? Because we're out of the days of the running backs getting the pay that they need.
Yeah, very
It's
true.
a passing league.
I don't know about that.
No.
Saquon Barkley just got a payday
Correct.
from the Eagles, right?
You're absolutely right.
Okay,
But it is a
37.
passing league. So if you had the great running backs, right,
Mhm.
you're going to need linebackers to contend against them.
Right.
A lot of teams that we play are throwing the football.
Teams, right.
But going back to Russell real quick, I just don't see it. Even with the Steelers.
You don't see what? I'm confused
I don't see
on what
him
you don't
revitalizing his career. Not the team.
Under Tomlin, you don't think Tomlin can
No,
pull
no.
that out of him?
I mean simply in this division, Ryan. Maria. I just think in this division, the
Oh,
AFC
yeah.
North, this ain't Seattle.
Yeah, that's
this
true.
ain't Denver.
That's true.
This is the AFC. It rains in October.
Right.
It's
It
muddy in
snows,
October.
right.
This AFC conference.
we don't
is
have
not,
those domes.
This ain't the NFC. This is not the same conference.
It's not all
and
sunshine and rainbows.
domes that he usually plays in.
Right.
It's going to be cold and rainy most of the time in the AFC. Now, when they play away,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, but I'm not saying that he can't have success. I just don't see it against conference play teams. Maybe
Yeah.
when it goes down to the Bengals, but just in this conference,
Right.
I don't think it's the shine for him that he's going to get the shine that he wants. Maybe I think Fields would do better being from
I don't know if y'all
Chicago.
remember. I told y'all that Russell was going to be going over there to Steelers. Remember we had that
We
conversation?
did, Maria, but
I-
I didn't see it.
I know y'all were against it,
didn't
but
see
it
it
happened.
coming.
Yeah.
I just didn't see it coming. That's all. When I look at that, I didn't see it coming. You know, I didn't see Russell Wilson coming into
he was
the
out there
AFC
struggling.
North.
Tomlin needed a QB.
Tomlin,
Why not give? I thought he only got a 1-year deal though, kind of like to see how it goes.
Yeah, I didn't look, and I
then
don't
what
think they
was Pickett?
finalized his
Because
contract.
Pickett was having a hard time out there in Chicago, right?
And with the
The
Steelers,
Bears. No.
did he just
Fields was, yeah.
Oh, Fields. Justin Fields was right.
yeah? So
And so
I
what's
think
that?
the
They got to
Bears,
battle it out,
the
or
Bears organization have been awful the way they've been treating quarterbacks. I
Mhm.
think they don't hire coordinators good enough.
Mhm.
I think that general manager has to do a better job, and then even the owner.
But the team
organization,
wanted
the way they do quarterbacks,
to
the way
stay.
they did Fields.
yeah.
Yeah, they wanted him
So
to stay.
I'm trying to understand
'Cause
when
they
they
didn't put nothing
they wanted
around
their
him.
QB to stay. Right, they wanted their QB to stay. They felt like he wasn't supported enough, and then you get rid of him and bring a new guy in, or they're going to embrace him in the locker
Oh, they
room.
going for Caleb.
Yeah.
yeah,
They going to the draft, and
yeah.
that's tricky. They've been going to the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really believe in the draft like that. I think you got to go get your guy that's proven.
Yeah.
If you're going to turn your program
Well, you
around.
saying that because you weren't drafted, so you like I feel like the free agents
I'm
are the way to go.
biased. I'm
Yeah,
biased.
yeah, the free agents are the
I'm
way to
biased.
go. All right, we got to take a quick break, Josh.
Let's do
Once
it.
again, when we return, we got more. I want to talk about something else, so don't we'll be right back. Watch. I don't want to hit that yet. Go ahead, Josh. Tell
Is
me.
it okay?
Because while you were out there on the, I'm sorry, welcome back to the show. While you were out there cruising down in where you go, Nassau, Bahamas, you went to Jamaica. You left me with our new company to run.
Yeah, I did.
It was
And
ca-
my
it-
son. It was in great hands.
It was chaotic.
It was in great hands. That's an Allstate, but we don't have.
But tell them how it kind of goes. We want to give y'all a little inside scoop when it comes to trucking, which
yes.
This is a brand new venture of ours.
Yes.
They had this thing called the MC number. It's like your operating authority, right? And so when you go to try to
license to do
you're
business.
licensed to do business, but when you go to try to book loads, they can see how long your authority has been in operation. So us being a brand new company, they looking at us like, we're not going to give you no. You're
And
2
a
days.
lot of- and a lot
You're
of-
still wet behind the ears. We're not
Right.
giving you no work,
And
right?
they don't work with new companies. They say, oh, you need 3 to 6 months. Some of them say,
2
oh,
years.
you need 2 years, 18 months, 12 months.
So tell them what's been happening, Josh.
So I ran across a Cleveland Browns supporter, a diehard dog pound guy. And he
threw us a bone.
Who literally threw us a bone. And he told us our story. I had to throw my name out there like, man, I'm Josh Cribbs. I got a trucking company, man. Come on, man. I put a lot into this. And it was like, you say Cribbs as in Josh Cribbs?
Yeah. Because
So
remember, we tried to book a load.
Right.
And then they said, oh, no, sorry, your MC number, you're too new. We only work with 18 months plus, right? But then someone was like, but is this Cribbs as in Josh Cribbs?
Oh, yes.
My owner loves you. Can he get a jersey? We like, can we get some loads?
I was like, can we get the job? So I emailed him back, and I said, check this out. I will post your company and give you a jersey if we can get the load.
Right. Because they're paying good, by the way. Don't say how much they're paying.
I'm not, okay. But it was a load going to North Carolina
and
a load going to Virginia. And it was top dollar for that route. And I'm like, you give us the load, you got it. And then they responded, hey, our owner said, if we give you the load, can you give us a jersey and mention us on the show? So here it is. This is their company
Premier
right here.
Global Transportation.
I love them. They gave me a start, and the owner name is Tony, and Tony is a Browns fan. I'm going to read a little bit of his letter.
And he went to St. Ed's, didn't he?
It's in the letter.
He's reading the letter.
I'm going to read a little bit of it
because it was heartfelt.
He mentioned how when he first started out, no one gave him an opportunity, so it was his chance to give me an opportunity because somebody had to do the same thing for him. He wanted to reciprocate what he got. And he was like, no better reciprocation than a dog, baby. He said, I grew up in Cleveland and went to St. Ed's in Lakewood, Ohio. I plan on displaying your jersey and accomplishments in our offices proudly as a lifelong Browns fan. And that almost made me cry. I'm like, yes, I will show your company on my show.
Now, Tony, what y'all need to do is come by some advertisement time here on Big Play, and we'll talk more about the company. Come and show them what y'all do. Yeah.
I appreciate it. They sent me all gifts,
we got all kind of
trucks and with their logos on it.
Did you send them the jersey, Josh?
I'm going to because I had to get there.
You still owe Chef Zay a jersey, Josh.
I do. I hopped in his DM and tried to get him on the show to talk about Browns free agency.
And I was like, Josh, how dare you? I said, did you give him his jersey yet? And you were like,
I didn't. I'll be slacking, man.
When we leave here, let's go right over to the pro shop. Right over to the pro shop and get.
I have the jersey.
Oh, you do have? I picked it up. The one I picked up?
Yes.
You got to mail it off, Josh.
But it took forever to get the jersey because it wasn't ready during the season.
Okay.
So that's a little excuse, but I have no excuse for not doing it.
So now you got to get another jersey.
Shout out to Premier Global.
Yeah.
They looked out for your boy, Premier Global Transportation. They looked out for me, man. Gave us one of our first loads, and it was top dollar from one Browns fan, one dog to another. We appreciate you, Premier Global. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
I appreciated that.
When we return, I want to talk about a fight that's going to be taking place on Netflix with a Cleveland local and an Iron Man.
So that's next. But then before that, what
we doing?
We got somebody about to find love.
Oh, we do. We're going to do our own version of like the dating show. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. All right, now welcome back to the show. Look at you. Oh, you always trying to hook somebody up.
Oh, yeah, I got to hook up, man, because this is not just any hookup.
No, it's not.
This is our producer, and this segment is sponsored by Apex Dermatology. And you can get, same-day appointments at Apex?
This is the only dermatologist here in the Cleveland area where you can call up and get a same-day appointment. Now, if you know, like I know, anytime you try to go to a dermatologist's office, you waiting at least, I'll say 4 to 6 weeks, maybe even months out. But they can get you same-day appointments for facials,
they're our friends.
any of your needs, and we love them. And they got some really good products.
But this episode, this segment is called Ryan Finds Love. We're going to hook our producer up, and I'm going to tell you, whoever he finds love with, whoever he matches with on this date that he chooses, since it's sponsored by Apex, both of them are gonna get a free what you call it,
Like
baby?
a facial.
A free facial.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
both of you
Wouldn't that
guys
be
will get a
nice?
free
Yeah.
facial.
I didn't know
on
that was included.
I know, right?
Wow.
And dinner on us.
Okay.
All
On
right,
us.
So
yeah.
what's going to take
I'm
place?
honored. I gotta say, I'm honored.
Ryan, what is your picture that you have?
Yeah, let me pull
Well,
it up
yeah.
for you.
Okay, yeah.
Put the
This is
picture.
Ryan right here, right?
And I'm going to post this on my social,
yeah.
and I'm going to tell people, hey, if
We
you
need
know
submissions.
somebody
Yes.
of a certain age,
There you go. Look at him.
Look at Ryan.
Oh.
If you know somebody who would be interested in Ryan, you got the other picture that show your face a little better.
I know Ryan in the front view. He gave us a side pro.
that
There
is
you go.
Ryan.
Look at that face.
Ryan, do you like cougars? What's the age group that you're looking for of people who
Yeah,
you
I
want to be
don't know,
involved
Josh.
with?
You know, I'm 23.
23.
You know,
23.
so I feel like I gotta go bare minimum 21. You know, I feel
Okay,
like that's
21.
a solid.
Yeah,
Legal.
gotta be
legal.
Yeah,
Gotta be able to drink
21.
with you, right?
You gotta have a
Yeah.
drink
Yeah.
with Ryan.
You know, if we're going 2 that way, maybe 2 the other way, 25, 26. I think those are
25,
good.
26.
You know, but
Now,
I'm not, you know.
I mean, a
not
cougar. I
against
mean, I
her.
don't
I'm
know.
a little more mature for my age.
I think
so
you
would
are
say.
too.
He's
Yeah.
our producer. He's mature. So if you're 30 and you like him young, and you're looking
And let me
like
just tell you
you're
something
young,
about
I'm not
the
opposed.
Cougars, Ryan. They got good credit. They got good jobs. They got stability.
You
They
can
got
stay in their
homes. They
son's
know how to
room.
cook. Right.
You
You don't
can-
have to worry about the stofers and the ramen
Look,
noodles.
Maria, he can stay in their son's room at night during the day and play video games.
Right. That's where you get your youthful entertainment at. You
But
know.
you're gonna have to
And
move
then-
over to their room at
end of
nighttime
night,
for
you know?
bedtime.
I'm not picky. I'm not, you know, I'm not high maintenance. I'm not none of the above. You know, I'm
He's
an
ready.
easy go guy.
So hold
But
on.
you're ready.
So now
Yeah.
the talk
He's
show host
ready.
me wants to know. So why are you single?
Oh, he's 20.
Why am I
he's
single?
23 years
Uh-huh.
old.
Yeah, I
Got
guess.
a job.
Just
You know,
young.
it's been you know, trying to focus on work, trying to focus on
Nice.
bettering myself, because I feel like, you know, I gotta get right with myself before you try to find yourself in somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, just a mix of the above. Haven't found, you know, the right situation where both, you know, you have the same beliefs, not even necessarily beliefs, but just same, you know, more morals, same
Yeah.
kind of
have
ideologies
the
on
same
things, you know,
morals.
and just in that, and then have situations that, you know, can coincide well.
I think we can find somebody for Ryan, Maria.
Yeah,
So
I
we're
do
gonna, Maria, you got posted. You
I
got
kind
ask
of
some
want
of
to know
your
like
friends.
what kind of woman he's looking for.
Well, I don't think so. Ryan's.
Because I want to make sure I
23.
pick. I want to have a match.
But look,
Uh-huh.
but see, he's 23. So we're gonna bring
you still have a type.
different women in,
Okay,
right?
all right.
Whoever reaches out, and they're gonna be able to have a date on our show.
Okay.
You're gonna get about 2 to 3 minutes, have a good conversation with Ryan on our show.
Okay.
And then he's gonna be able to pick before the end of the show
All right.
who he wants to
Oh,
go
we
out on
don't-
a date with.
Oh, okay. We don't pick it for him.
No, because he
Oh,
has to be
man.
attracted to them.
Okay.
It has to be his choice.
All right.
We can't arrange.
So
them to
Ryan,
be
real quick,
together.
can you tell the potential suitors who a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, you know, I'm 23. Obviously, I'm one of our main producers here at Big Play. I've lived in the Cleveland area my whole life. You know, I love being active. I played baseball in high school. I love playing basketball as well. Just basically anything being outside. I love trivia. I love watching Jeopardy every day. I love learning stuff.
That's
you
enough,
know.
Ryan. That's
This
enough.
is Jeopardy.
So look,
I
he
love
has a
it,
job.
Ryan. Yes.
He's active. And he's in the community.
Mhm. He works out 5 days a week.
So that's all. That's and the rest we can say.
And you
for
love
the-
sports, right?
for
You're
the
brown.
actual date.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can get to know each other on a date and have something to talk about.
Would you
when they
prefer?
come.
Would you prefer her to be a Browns fan or?
that's
certainly preferred. But, you
Uh-huh.
know, it can make it interesting.
But she may not be into sports. When I first met Maria,
I
she
love-
ain't know nothing about nothing, and it was the greatest attraction. Because sometimes
Nothing about
opposites
nothing
attract.
about nothing. What do you?
You didn't know
like,
no sports.
You give me airhead
No
vibes.
sport-
Right?
Well, if the shoe fits, Ryan, fill it up with helium. No, I'm
No,
just kidding.
stop
Go
playing.
ahead. You got
Okay.
it.
No, I'm excited. So Ryan, we're gonna hook you up with someone. So just keep those submissions coming in, and I do want to oversee some of them just to make sure that we hook it up,
Yeah,
the
that you
right
don't
way.
mess 'em
Yeah.
up a little
But
bit.
I wanna talk about this fight
Go
that's
ahead.
gonna be taking place right now.
Yep.
Okay. So what do y'all think about the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight that is going to be taking place on Netflix
Mike
sometime this summer?
Tyson.
Right.
I told the kids that I mentor
Iron
about
Mike
this
Tyson,
fight,
right.
Right. And the biggest problem, you know, a lot of people was going for Jake, right?
Mhm.
And but a lot of people was going for Mike. But the biggest problem that we said,
Mhm.
Mike might be too old, Ryan.
He
might
is
be-
okay.
Maria,
Mike Tyson is 57 years
Mike
old.
is a senior.
Jake is I think 27, right?
I
Is
know
that-
I know he's
Oh,
still here,
yeah.
but it's a 30-year time difference. All Jake got to do is survive to the third, fourth round.
So I
Mike
gotta
gonna
ask,
be
do you guys think this is like not going to be rigged? Like, I mean, I feel like there's no way it's not rigged.
the first round.
Okay.
The first round we'll be able to tell.
Yeah.
the
Oh,
tale.
yeah. Absolutely.
I think Mike gonna come out there.
But I was
blown.
gonna say, if it's not rigged, don't you think? I know he's a little bit older, but do you think he would just wipe the floor, Jake?
No.
Or you think the youth has that much to do with it?
I think Mike, because the way
Have you ever
Jake
tried to
been
fight a grown
boxing,
man?
The way Jake been boxing,
Yeah.
the way he's been
But Tyson,
boxing.
I mean, that's
he
another
got
animal.
30 years. Look, I wanted to be Tyson. I used to pretend I was him when
I wanted to be Mike Tyson.
Look, Tyson is 20 years older than me, right? So when he was a champion, I was a kid, 10 years old.
We
When he
all
won
right.
a champion. I'm pretending to fight my brother, wanting to be like him.
Yeah.
But age matters. That's why people retire. That's why I'm on the podcast. That's why I'm on the show now and not out there running in football. Because athleticism is a fleeting,
and you have that window.
And that window for Mike Tyson
So then is that
closed
fair?
when he bit Vander Holyfield's ear off.
So is it fair to
No.
okay from
That's what I think.
Jake's perspective,
Right.
Knowing that he is 30 years his senior, would you feel even comfortable hitting on him in the ring like that?
Nah, you
You're
gotta
hitting,
hit on him.
you're hitting an old man.
You gonna get hit yourself.
Yeah.
You see them
Because
warm-up pictures, them practicing photos and videos of Mike. Mike ain't gonna come in there and play. You play with Mike, it's gonna be like what happened when what's his name got in the ring and knocked out the young boy.
Which one?
What's the Joe? No, that wasn't Joe Freddy. Got the
Mayweather? What?
No, he got the
who?
dang. What is his name? He got
I don't
the
know.
skillets.
Foreman?
Oh, Foreman.
Foreman.
He
George
said the skillets,
Foreman.
not the skillets.
George Foreman got
right.
back in the ring
Right.
and knocked out the young boy, the young buddy.
Because that's
right?
grown. That's grown
He
man
hit him
strength right there.
knocked him out, won the fight, just like that.
Grown man strength.
If
So
he,
I would
if he
ask our
mess around,
viewers,
he gonna mess around and get knocked out.
what do y'all think the outcome is going to be with the Mike Tyson and
If they
Jake
go
Paul
for
fight?
real.
If they go for real, what do you think the outcome is going to be? It's going to be a KO because now we're getting. I listened to Mike Tyson's podcast.
Right.
He's like he does his shrooms. He's more Zen Tyson now.
does his
But maybe
shrooms.
for real. But maybe he might tap back into that beast mode energy because this Mike Tyson. Now I'm like don't hurt Mike. I love Mike.
Man,
you know
Mike
what?
gotta be out there hitting.
I think okay. I'm just happy it's going to take place. I can't wait to see it. Look, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, now you guys, welcome back to the show. Now, Josh, I think it's pretty cool though that Jake Paul gets to challenge Mike Tyson because
And
it's
Mike
probably somebody who
Tyson,
he looked up and
His
admired.
father.
Uh-huh.
That was his father.
Oh,
He
his
had something
father's
on
idol.
Instagram.
Right, I did see that.
His father is, Mike Tyson is his father's idol. So
A part of me kind of
he
feels
gets to
like
fight Mike Tyson, his father's idol.
you're not worthy. But then a part of me is like, man, you live in your dreams. You done, built a name for yourself, Jake Paul.
It's a different
why
life
not?
Of-
it's a different
different
era right
world of
now.
boxing. It's a
So with
different
saying
era.
that, I want to ask you: were there any football players or any athletes that you looked up to growing up that you would have loved to be on the field with?
Oh,
to have
that's
been
a
on the
good
field
question.
with?
That's a good question. I would have loved to have played against my brother. I
Oh.
played against him in high school.
Yeah.
And let me tell you this, I did play against some of my idols.
Mm-hmm.
I played against and with Deion Sanders.
Oh,
I grew up
prime time.
I grew up, prime.
Yeah.
Jerome Bettis.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Even though I'm from Washington, D.C., these were guys that I played with on the Madden game.
right.
And then to be able to step on the same field with Deion,
Mhm.
with Jerome Bettis, with guys that were still playing when I was a kid, that was enough for me. Because
Yeah.
when you look at my career, I played against the Tom Brady's. We beat Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
I played against Peyton Manning. I was in the Pro Bowl with him. So I was able to accomplish many things. And I played with so many greats and against them. And I say that Devin Hester going into the Hall of Fame
Right.
and open it up for me, and hopefully next year or the few years after that I'll get in myself.
Yeah.
But I've played with some great talented guys, and I feel like I've been there and I've done that.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Because I think it's just amazing that he gets to. I don't
Step
know.
in the field, step in the ring with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, but then a
Yeah, I
part of
think
me is
that's
like,
amazing.
should you be able to? But I think anything is possible.
Because you feel like Mike Tyson was such great. It's
yes,
a different
like
era of boxing.
Yeah.
The era that the Ali's, the Foremans, the Joe Frazier's,
Yeah.
the
You had to watch
Sugar
them
Ray
like work their
Leonard.
way up. And,
Even the era start to change with Pacquiao and Mayweather.
Right.
Their fights was, I think, the last great fights.
Yeah.
The Pacquiao and the Mayweather. I don't think you'll see pay-per-view fights the way they used to be. Like
I will
that.
say I do like how the promotion of this fight. It seems like it's kind of like all love. It's not like I want to eat your heart out and I want to, swallow your
we know
keys
Mike
and-
Tyson can be like that.
Speaking of that, I want to see this photo. Show this photo right there, Ryan. Where who did it better? Now they had the side by side photo of Jake Paul. He had the little lion shot, and then he was making reference to the photo that Mike Tyson did. Was that back in like the 80s, 90s?
90s,
Had to be the 90s,
80s,
yeah.
90s,
But everybody was kind of like getting on him, like, oh no, he got one of those. What's it called? CP3.
Yeah.
What are those CGI?
Yeah.
Those CGI tigers.
Yeah, tiger things. That's not
I
real.
thought it was cool, but I do like to see the promotion of it. I'm gonna tell you a story next week of how your son had me travel all the way to Mayfield Road to go to Micro Center.
The Micro Center.
Yeah,
for his
it was like
computer?
a $500 game card that I think he should have brought you in on, but he knew mom was
wow.
gonna get it for him. So look, we love y'all so much for watching. We'll see you next time on The Return with Josh, Marie, and
Let's go,
Cribs.
baby.